Welcome back, guys, to the channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day, weekend, whatever day of the week it is. I just spent my little morning routine there. Got up very early this morning. Couldn't sleep. Had quite a lot on my mind, I won't lie. So just thought I'd get up, get productive. I do like to wake up before the sun. I feel good when I do that. And also, I've always started my day with an hour of work, just to get myself ahead. I went to go to the gym in the hotel actually, well, not the hotel, the apartment block. And apparently they don't turn the treadmills on until 7:30. I've been walking all the way to the other gym and I just thought, damn. The guy asked me to leave a review. He saw me, he said, hey man, good morning, how you doing? I was like, yeah, I'm good. He's like, do you want to lift some weights? I was like, no, I'm all good. He was like, you sure? And I was like, yep, I'm fine. He was like, we've just cleaned them. I was like, yep, I'm good. Literally there for cardio. I said, mate, are any of these machines turned on? He's like, no, they don't turn on until 7:30. I was like, oh right, can I not use any of them? He went, let me find someone. Comes back 2 minutes later with a massive smile on his face. No, we can't do that. Sir, can you leave us a review? Can you leave us 5 stars? This guy. So I just went for a walk along the bay. Currently 3 weeks out from my photo shoot. Just planned to do this last minute. Same thing with the one in November, to be fair. But my goal right now is pretty simple. I need to get, well, physically anyway, as lean as I can to set myself up for the longest gaining phase I can put myself in. So that essentially, if I'm going to be looking to step on stage next year, which is a goal of mine, I've got the longest runway possible. That then gives me, by the time I actually reverse, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. And I think March, April time is when we'd be thinking about kind of coming back and actually dieting. So that gives me what, 7-8 months? And let's say prep started in, let's just say prep starts in April. I would then imagine if we've got April, May, June, July, we'd be potentially looking at shows in August, September time. And if we were then to compete in these shows in October, that would sandwich right up against my birthday. There's actually a goal of mine for my 30th birthday, which is coming up, that I wanted to compete near my 30th birthday and got like a road trip around America. That was always what I wanted to do. But life just happens, you know, shit changes, people come, people go, you know, priority shift. I mean, I've just moved country, so there's been a lot of change. But yeah, this is meal 1. So yogurt, whey, blueberries, dark chocolate. That's me really. Catch you guys at the gym. Yes, lads and ladettes, we are back in the gym. Obviously, I've not really put any of my training up on YouTube in a very, very long time. But if you are looking to check out some of the older stuff that was recorded with videographers back in London, back in King's, where did we go? King's Gym, Physique Warehouse. I think that's about it, really. But there was some decent ones back in the day. I even had I say viral. One of the first videos I ever did, it was me eating one of the biggest burgers in London and everyone was taking a piss at me saying it was the biggest burger. I'm like, mate, you fucking try and eat a devastated burger and a fucking family-sized shareable platter of sundaes. Anyway, this is me doing lateral raises. So this is now first on my, well, it is currently first on my upper day. 3 sets of these. I was previously driving my delt volume a lot higher, but you know, I'm sure you'll see at the end of this clip here, or at the end of the video, my chest, in my opinion, has been a weak body part for a very, very long time. I can't lie, in the last push-up phase we went through, definitely saw it come on a lot. I had a very, very flat chest. So yeah, good to see it progress. Good to see progress in strength as well. So bearing in mind here, like the video you're watching right now, I am 28 days out from my photo shoot. So, you know, I'm trying to get like inside out shredded for this. I'm just trying to get in like pretty decent condition. But that being said, at this stage in the diet, you know, I have lost a little bit of strength, which is understandable. I will say, to caveat this, and I'm sure you probably saw my energy at the start of the video, I had a few hours sleep last night because my neighbours decided to have rough fucking sex until God knows what hour in the morning. I don't know what was going on. It was either that or she was an attention seeker. Fuck me. It was literally, it must have been, I'm supposed to be talking about the exercise, but this is more fun. it was like 2:30 in the morning. And in the end, I just shouted out, shut the fuck up. And thankfully they did. I could have taught you something about an incline press then, but I decided to talk about sex instead. Oh well. Right, okay, let me teach you about this. So this is the third exercise. Now you might be thinking when I'm about to do this, how he's going to do a fly. The reason I'm doing an incline press and then another incline press is because in an upper day, I'm obviously not going to have a ton of chest volume because I need a little bit of everything. So one is going to converge like this, and then one's flat. So I have been aiming to drive up that incline Smith for a while, just because I needed more upper pec. 9 times out of 10, if you need to grow your chest, your upper pec is going to be lagging. I think most people's upper pec is lagging. So having an incline Smith and these on the same day has certainly helped for sure. I won't lie, I think if I could go back in time, this machine it's a little bit awkward for this, because ideally in terms of like the angle that the cable's coming back on, I'd much prefer it to be like a couple of clicks lower, but there was no option for that. And then plus I'd also prefer for the seat to be sat back a little bit more, but again, it's needs must on this machine. So it's a decent machine nevertheless, and it's certainly better than Train SF that I've been training at. It's just a convenient gym for me. It's a 20-minute walk, whereas this is like a 15-minute drive. But I thought, you know what, I'm in Dubai, I'm going to get a month's pass, I'm going to treat myself. So that is the that's the pushing stuff done. Now I did actually skip an exercise here. I did do it in real life, I promise, but I just forgot to record it. So after this we did like a kind of upright row kind of variation thing. The machine was kind of weird, but yeah. Now what we're doing is we're going into like an upper back pull down. Now with these I have actually decreased the weight by 12 kilos, I want to say. I watched myself do these last week and I just really wasn't happy with the form. I don't know why. I've always got overzealous, I guess would be the good word. Anything pull related, I just get excited, mate. I just fucking love it. It's just the highlight of my week. So because of that, I do think that I've got a certain emotional attachment to pulling exercises, and I tend to go a bit too heavy. So here today, I'm really, really trying to take my time. Also noticing in this clip that I don't want my kind of shoulder blades to roll up and forward. I'm trying to keep them depressed to really kind of engage that lat. So I think there is probably a little bit of work to do on these, but a little bit of a slippery bar, so definitely needed the straps, that's for sure, which I don't normally always use, if I'm honest with you guys. Like you may notice in some of these clips, maybe you will, I don't know. I've always felt like I had decent forearms, and genuinely the secret to that, which no one wants to tell you, I don't really use straps that often. You can see here they're literally on my wrist. I don't even fucking use them. Now this isn't necessarily expert advice, because if the goal is to build your back, put straps on and you'll lift more weight. However, I used to suffer really badly with tendinitis. I'd say I use straps on 1 of every 3 back exercises, and it significantly reduced the tendinitis effects that I get on my elbows. Oh shit, guys, I didn't realise there was someone's arse halfway through that, but you know, to be fair, that's one thing I want to say. If you're in a public gym and you get annoyed at someone walking in the video, then you're just a dickhead. So I'm also doing it for your viewing pleasure. Right, so these, I'm telling you now, these are going to look fucking sloppy. All right, the reason I'm telling you that is because this is my ethos to this, and I'm more than happy to argue with people in the comments. The thing that grew my arms more than anything, genuinely, was adding cheat reps at the end of my sets. Rationale behind that is because I know this is going to sound like the world's biggest bro science, but people are going to get upset. I don't know someone who's turbo bro science that has good arms. Shoot me. I don't know anyone, literally nobody, that like fingers fucking, what's that website called again? Oh gosh, what's it called? PubMed. I don't know anyone who fingers PubMed who's got good arms. I'm sorry. So you will see me swinging a touch on these. I've never been too concerned with that. As long as I'm not fucking, hurting my back or doing anything stupid. So the first set of these I go a touch heavier, so you can't actually see the weight on this, but this is 25 kilos. So it's a bit of weight. I believe I got 7 or 8 reps. And then all I do after that is to drop down to 20s, and I aim for sets of 10 to 12. Right, here's me posing. I'm going to get semi-naked for you lot. They do have a posing room at Benoose, but I'm going to be transparent. I was so tired, I actually couldn't remember where it was. I was pretty delirious at this point. As you can see, I'm pretty low on energy. Oh, and I also forgot to show you guys my overhead extensions, but I've been doing them on like an incline bench with like an EZ bar behind my head. Oh my God, they're fucking phenomenal. So this is the rig at the minute. Relatively happy for where we're at. Again, I think, if I'm just transparent, I think had I not moved country, I think that the diet would have been a little bit smoother. But I think what with moving to a foreign country, having the event, having a holiday, I'm not gonna lie, I reckon I've eaten out in the last month. I reckon I've eaten out 6 or 7 times. Bearing in mind you're doing a photo shoot prep, so you know, could it be better? Yeah, but I'm not mad about it. I'm really not mad about it. Like, you saw my condition first thing this morning. If anything, I think I look worse here. But you know, when you're fatigued to fuck and you've not slept that well, it's going to happen. Although I'm not mad about that at all. But anyway, guys, that wraps up this little segment of the video. What I'll do is I'll include a little clip at the end and kind of break a few things down. I would love to hear your guys' feedback. I'm fully aware this is a very, very small channel, but I always said that I wanted to kind of document what I do, document my life, document what goes into kind of building a business. This video today obviously isn't really business orientated, but the reality is, like, I do this fucking 5 times a week, and you know, I'm in the gym for a good amount of time, and it's a massive part of my life, so I don't want to fucking hide it away from you guys. But yeah, anyway, drop in the comments anything you'd like to see, more informative, less informative, more stories, whatever, and I'll get it sorted. Nice. Jesus. Right, so I was going to record a lot more of my day, but I looked at the length of the video and I thought, you know what, I think I'm going to call it around about this point. So just to give you a little bit of a recap of the day, woke up very, very early because of Mr. and Mrs. next doors. I do typically wake up very early, but to break it down, got up an hour after work, which I do every morning anyway. Then got my walk in, came back, got a meal in, headed to the gym, then did some cardio, came back, got in the pool for like an hour. It's currently 42 degrees, so I couldn't really sunbathe for very long. And then from then until this point now, all I've really been doing is, at the minute, just with like my weekly routine, and I think what's going on in business, I am working one day on a weekend, so pretty much just been chilling, doing a couple of hours of work really. The current time is 3:30 Dubai time, so I've got a call with a new client at 5 o'clock, and then another call with another potential new client at 6 o'clock, which I don't normally take calls on weekends like this. However, we are just that busy at the minute that you know, I'm literally taking calls in the evening on a weekend. But tomorrow, well, I've now got like a month's membership at Banu, so I'd likely go there for legs, although it has been my ritual to go to Oxygen on a weekend. For me, I don't know about you guys, but like, I love picking one day on my weekend, especially since I moved here. I love having just one day where it's like, I'm just gonna really fucking pamper myself. So it could be like pool, jacuzzi, sauna. If I can get a massage in, great. I've actually not had one for 3 weeks, so I need to go get a massage. May even get a haircut tomorrow. Definitely gonna have a shave because this is looking very scruffy. But just really just have like a day, or even for you guys watching, like a morning, an afternoon, or an evening per week where you just pamper yourself to death. It could be a fucking face mask. It could be like a grooming routine. It could be anything at all. But like, since I've added that in, either on a Saturday or on a Sunday, I'm pretty flexible with it. I always start my week feeling so much better for it, just like filling back up my cup again. So yeah, in terms of a weekend, that was a fairly standard morning weekend for me. So, you know, got up at 5, cracked on, got to the gym. By the time I got home from the gym, it was about 11 to be fair, because I did all of the walking and the meals and stuff like that. I was in the gym for a while, because obviously it was upper and cardio. Then in the pool, and then pretty much just been kind of doing a little bit of work from 1 p.m. I'm going to pop out for some more steps and got some calls. So that is a standard working weekend for me, really, other than obviously me just showing you like physically what I'm doing for work, but that can be for another one of these altogether. All right, guys. Like I said in the voiceover in the gym, I really would love to hear your guys' feedback on like what you want to see more of. Reality is, like, with this YouTube channel, I'm aware of the fact that I'm a fitness business mentor, but I just share lots of training and fitness and stuff like that. But it's because it's a massive part of my life. I do want to do a lot more kind of like sat down educational videos. A few ideas I've got are, you know, I want to be getting whiteboards up and kind of like teaching you guys different subjects. I want to bring clients in and kind of help them solve their problems. One thing I was actually going to say, so this is a very like long shot, because I don't know how many people based in Dubai watch these videos. However, if you are based in Dubai, over the next 30 days, I am looking for literally a few volunteers. There's no magic number, like 2, 3, that would be happy to be on camera, to be filmed. And we'd essentially go to like a podcast studio and I would fix your business in an hour. I think that could be pretty good viewing for you guys. So yeah, if anyone is in Dubai, or if you know anyone in Dubai that would like to do that, like I say, we'll rent out somewhere for an hour. We'll get like a fucking like professionally shot kind of like filming crew and stuff like that. And I will fix your business in an hour. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's vlog. If you're not subscribed already, smash the subscribe button. I believe at the moment like 70% of you who watch these aren't subscribed, so I'd really appreciate it if you go, because we're a brand new page. So smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.